What up, cave dweller? So Rudy Giuliani might have said some crazy stuff. We already seen Kill Tony say some crazy stuff. Let's see what else happened at this rally. I think to me, Rudy Giuliani is just he's from an era of politicians that just need to go away. Like they're gonna go away soon, but they need to hurry up. But let's see what this man said. He looks like death itself right here, man. But he's old, and I would be lucky to reach this man age probably, right? So let's just see what he got to say politically.
And the Palestinians are taught to kill us at 2 years old. They won't let a Palestinian in Jordan. They won't let a Palestinian in Egypt. And Harris wants to bring them to you. They may have good people. I'm sorry, I don't take a risk with people that are taught to kill Americans at 2. I'm on the side of Israel. You're on the side of Israel. Donald Trump's on the side of Israel. And they're on the side of the terrorists.
Okay, listen. Short 42 seconds. If you made it to this point, that was terrible. I plan on probably voting for Trump, most likely. And even I know that was stupid. One of the biggest issues besides abortion that draws like that people from both sides is like, come on, like American citizens, is mostly immigration, really, and this problem. If you're a real true American, if you have the ability to not be biased and see both sides, how dare you, Mr. Giuliani, insinuate that the entire Palestinian population are terrorists? That's what he just did. Like even Israel say, okay, Hamas is hiding behind the Palestinian people. They use women and children. What he just said was that there's a bunch of women and children because most of the population, over 50%, are women and children. He just said that they wanted to take them in, which they don't, right? The Democrats have literally poured out money. This is why both sides are playing games here. Both sides giving them money, and they say, hey, look, you give them the money, and then we're gonna talk about it, but then you say we doing it, okay? Like both sides are supporting Israel. And the American people are like, wait, we don't give a fuck who you support. We don't care who you support. We just want money for ourselves. We want to put America first. So him telling us that Donald Trump is on the side of Israel, that kind of sounds like he's just going to keep sending Israel more money and Netanyahu. And a lot of Americans don't even see it as an Israel versus Palestinian thing. They see it as Netanyahu and his administration are doing this plan, right? They had every reason, they had every right to defend themselves after October 7th. But now they say, you know what? We just took out these terrorists, and why not? I mean, while we're here, right? I mean, while we're here, it's like you got two cars. It's like you washing one, and you see the other one sitting there. Like, I mean, might as well. Why give up the opportunity? Netanyahu know, and I almost can't blame him. He's saying like, "Oh, these are my people, the Jewish people. I want their best interest. I want them to be prosperous, and I want to create a land here and make Israel the biggest, baddest thing in the Middle East." Well, he has to get more land. So it's like, okay, I'll take the blame. And honesty is real. Like, I'd be like, dang, I wish we had some black leaders that stood up for black people like this. Like, nah, we doing this in the black community. Nah, we doing, forget what they saying. Democrats trying to give us welfare. No. We ain't doing that. Keep your welfare. We got our own stuff. No. We'll police ourselves. Forget your police. Now, I'm going to go get some black little boys and girls. We're gonna raise them and tell them being police officers are cool. Now, forget that not snitching stuff. That's for criminals. If you're a criminal, you're supposed to abide by the criminal way. But if not, then you abide by a law citizen way, a law-abiding citizen way. That was stupid. We don't care. We don't want to give the Ukraine money to fight Russia. They need to work it out. We don't want to give Israel money to fight the Palestinians. We don't support it. 80%, almost 80% of Israelis don't support it. I seen this thing where it's over 3,000 Israelis out there saying, please save us from our own self. We are self-destructing. It'd be like if I was sitting and say the Bloods and Crips are destroying the black community, please help us before we hurt ourselves. That's what we're doing. We got these kids in rap music talking about shoot 'em up, bang bang, and drill music, and then we got the Bloods and the Crips running crazy, and then we got them in Democratic neighborhoods in Chicago and whatever it is, and like, okay, guns are banned. Like, they literally like banned. Forget saying illegal. Like, guns are banned. But yet these kids under the age of 18 get their hands on switches and guns, and we don't think that's a problem. There should be the goddamn National Guard should be there saying, we're not doing this in O Block. There's a whole community where you're just letting it happen. Put cameras up every goddamn where. Put everywhere. 24-hour surveillance. We want them all. From O Block to within 100 miles is going to be nothing but surveillance. You do something, we're going to follow you. You go get a car and steal it, change the license plates, we're going to follow you, and we're going to be showing that video in court. This is ridiculous what these people and these politicians are doing. They're playing games. They're literally cousins, but when they come out, they're like, no, it's the Democrats. And the Democrats say, no, it's the Republicans. And they go in the back and they split the money up. And we just like, oh, okay. All right. The Democrats get money, they send it to foreign nations. The Republicans get money, they send it to the corporations. We got foreign nations and corporations, and then the corporations are in these different foreign nations because they're doing business. They're getting products made over here, over there, and over there. It is ridiculous. It's like two burglars break into your house at the same time, and somebody stole your money and your jewelry. You don't know which one. But instead of calling the police on both of them, you sit there and argue about which one really took the money and which one took the jewelry. No, you took the money. No, you took the jewelry. It is stupid. You're both breaking in my house. The American dream is not possible. I get it. The forefathers didn't have people like with my skin color in mind when they wrote it. Cool. But now I'm taking it. It is mine. That American dream, that Constitution, that's mine. It wasn't meant for me, but I'm taking it. It's mine. Don't tread on me. I serve my country. I earned the right to chase the American dream, whether I get it or not. But you politicians won't keep steering it in a motherfucking way. This is stupid. It is idiotic that we keep getting gaslit by these politicians. They tell us when we want something, take care of the homeless, to take care of the cities, to clean up the street. We ain't got no money. We ain't got no money to clean up the roads, but we sending them billions of dollars, right? They want to do something for Americans. They go, oh, okay, we'll do something, but we got to send it past here. We got to wait for Congress. The president got to approve it. Then it might go back, and we got to sit there, and we're trying to get the votes, and we just can't get the numbers. But soon as one of these fucking countries want the money, soon as they want the money to do something bad with it, you know what you do? We know, oh, okay, I think we can do that. Well, let me talk to my people over there across the aisle. Let's see if we can get it done by Monday. This is stupid. Giuliani, I'm going on a rant now. This is a little too much. This man is stupid. She's planning on taking in the Palestinians. Oh, and then it makes sense because they letting in the Mexicans too, and everybody else, and illegal immigrants, and the Haitians and all that. And they like, oh, okay, cool. I guess they just want more people. No, both parties supporting Israel right now. The politicians and most people on the left and the right, the citizens like myself, don't care who they supporting. We don't want a part of this fight. It's a boxing match going on. We saying we don't want to take bets. And no. You got to bet on him. Bet on him right here. No, I don't want to bet. Give us our money. We pay taxes. Give it to us. Fix America. We need to go into China when they went into isolationism. They ain't do nothing. They just went and just worry about America. You need to protect your house before you can help your neighbor. Let me know what y'all think, man. This is ridiculous. People are dying and they're hungry. They're playing games. Well, Israel has the right to defend themselves, right? Yeah, but it depends on the way they do it. Yeah, this war has to come to an end. And we need to reach a deal, a ceasefire deal. That's all they just keep saying. That's all they just keep saying. They just using words. There's no action until it has to do with money and them sending in a lot of it. This is stupid. Both parties, either party, can make Israel do what they want. They can end this war. They can sit down a terrorist, right? And we calling them terrorists. But we know one man's terrorist is another man's mortar. These people ain't just doing that for nothing. Gaza was a open air prison. What would you do? You think you're gonna have a little baby in there and you in an open air prison, you can't get a job, you can't get food, they're controlling the water. You think you raising those kids to say, oh, look at those IDF guards on the other side. Yeah, make sure you're nice to them. Make sure you're nice to them. Come on. Nat Turner was a terrorist, led the slave rebellion. He was a terrorist, right? They called Martin Luther King a terrorist in the FBI when they were watching him. Nelson Mandela was called a terrorist. But a terrorist? Yeah, to the people he was going against. I'm sure the Nazis would have called the U.S. terrorists. What are you doing? This is not even your war. We're trying to take care of the Jewish people, and we got the America coming over here to be big and bad. And they were terrorists, right? They wanted to kill us. They thought we were interfering. So that doesn't make sense. Oh, they're evil. Iran is evil. North Korea is evil. Russia is evil. China is evil. We're going to tell you who the good guys. Israel's the good guys. Saudi Arabia is good. South Korea is good. So everybody is good and evil? This is not a children's show. Even good people do bad things sometimes. We all know that, right? Even good people do it. So you're going to tell me that they just the Antichrist? No, they're politicians just like you. What do you think Putin is telling his people about the American people when he look at Biden and the rest are politicians? He's saying they're evil. What do you think Iran leadership is doing when it comes to the U.S.? Look at this. They're evil. Look what they're doing. They're sending weapons. We must stop it. What do you think China is telling their people and their soldiers? That the U.S. is evil. It is a game. Get out of the matrix, unconnect yourself, and say no. There can be two wrongs. There doesn't have to be a right. That's the problem. We keep looking for the right. Well, which side is right? What if they're both wrong? Listen, this is a 40-second video. We're going on 11 minutes. I'm going to just end it right here. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. This is silly. I don't give a fuck who wins. This needs to stop. This hurts Trump. I think the first candidate that comes out and say, I will stop this war if I'm voted, get my vote. If Kamala came out and said, I'm going to stop this war tomorrow, the moment that I get elected, the next day I'm going to stop it, I probably will vote for her. Just based off of that. I cannot. There's probably over 50,000 people, Palestinians died right now. Depending on the numbers, you don't know. The numbers go anywhere from 30,000 all the way up to like 80,000 dead. But no matter which one's correct, either number's way too high. Even considering October 7th, the death toll is now way too high. Israel does not have the right to commit a genocide and kill over 40,000 Palestinians because of October 7th. So no, now it's it's over a year. So now we can say it. Now we can say it. Let me be the first one. When Piers Morgan goes to ask, well, doesn't Israel has the right to defend itself? No, not in this way. As a Western nation with Western morals, this is what we live by. As a law-abiding citizen, I follow the law. So while the criminals it's like you got gun laws. The criminals won't follow the gun laws. So when you make laws saying there's no guns, well, only the law-abiding citizens won't have the guns because the criminals don't give a F about your laws. But when you put in these things in place, it is hurting America. It is hurting American people. They're playing in our face. It makes me mad. They are playing in our face. Like, because you work on a 9 to 5 and because you got bills and you maybe can't watch them their every move and see what they're doing, that you don't get it. A lot of people do that. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. They got bills. They got kids to feed. They could barely afford to get sick, let alone watch these politicians and really figure out which one's lying and which one's not. They just know when they do come up for air and look at the politicians, they got one saying, he wants to stop you from living in America. He wants to take away your money. I'm for a poor man. No, they're not. They're not for the poor man. Kamala Harris got all these celebrities, multimillionaires coming out for her. They paid for them. And what type of millionaire? So she's sitting there saying, I'm going to take these million and I'm going to tax them. And they just sitting there saying, oh, yeah, come tax us. Take our money. Well, why they ain't giving it to her? Why they ain't just giving it to us? Why you got to be taxed and put a rule? Because they know she ain't going to do it. They know once she's in office, that's going to go away. Otherwise, they'd be like, yeah, you really think she's going to tax us? They're like, nah. I'm like, okay, cool. Otherwise, they wouldn't know. They wouldn't go that way. Nobody wants you to take their money. Otherwise, they would just give it to us. Donate it. It is stupid. They keep saying the same damn thing for years. You know what happened when they get in? They say, oh, well, we don't have the House. Well, we don't have Congress. And then people are going to put but well, what is she supposed to do? The president only could do so much. When they're the president, they don't have Congress. She's the vice president. So they say, well, she's not the president. Well, she hasn't come out and said that she would do anything different. So therefore, it is legit for us to assume that she would do exactly the same thing. So therefore, it don't matter. It don't matter if she's the president. If she say, oh, you know what? I'll do exactly what Biden did. Me and Biden been doing this. We've been rocking. So, hey, ain't nothing wrong. She hasn't said, you know what? He did this, and I'm the vice president. And you know what? I didn't agree with it, but he's the president, so we went with it. We don't have to agree on everything. She could have said that. They act like she's going to be fired. Like if she speak up and say, you know what, I didn't agree when Biden did this, he going to call in the office and say, you're fired. This ain't a regular job. He can't just fire her because she disagree. So stop acting like she can't speak up and say she would do something different. Even if she can't do something different, she could still say, yo, you know what, I would have did that. So for all you people sitting there saying, oh, well, she's not the president. She's not the president. She's the vice president. Do you know? Do you know the powers? You just found out the powers. She's not saying that she would do anything different. So why you keep giving her a escape? An escape hatch. Man, I don't know, man. Let me know what y'all think, Cave Dwellers. I'm off this one. Peace.